Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant. I'm here to talk about the Distant Worlds expedition, a journey to the opposite side of the galaxy, over 65,000 light years away. It's a journey that's going to be undertaken by the largest fleet ever assembled in game, with over 700 players signed up. This is an odyssey which has never before been attempted, yet as players cross the largest game world ever created, they will see sights no one in the inhabited space has ever seen. In the background you can see just a few of the things I've experienced on my extensive travels into the depths of this galaxy. A galaxy which holds many wonders and which has now been expanded upon massively now that we can land on planets. And as players travel out there with a multitude of SRVs, this should be an experience unlike any other. Such is the scale of this expedition that it has caught the attention of major games media such as PC Gamer and Rock Paper Shotgun. Unfortunately, sign-ups for the main fleet have now closed, and sign-ups for the secondary fleet will close at 8 PM tonight UK time. But if you miss out on both of those, don't be disheartened, because you're still more than welcome to come along. And there's still a chance that your names will make a tertiary list created at the end of the journey. The expedition has been planned to last for 12 weeks and has 23 waypoints along the way. It will start in the Pallaeni system and will end at Beagle Point. There are huge volumes of information available for this expedition, which has been organised by Eramus and Dr. Kai, as well as a good number of other people. All the information will be linked in the video description. Follow the links there and you will find everything you need to know. But now I'll give a breakdown of some of that information, which will include the meeting point, departure times, as well as the first leg of the journey to Waypoint 1. I'll also be following up with part 2 to this video, going over a decent exploration vessel that you can use for this journey. For players that have already signed up, as well as those that still wish to come along, the meeting point is the Pallaeni system, and I'll write that in the video description below just so that you can get the correct spelling. We'll all be meeting on Planet 1, that's the first planet in the system, and we'll be landing right near Brooks Point. Now, Brooks Point is what is being classed as Base Camp 0. It's the initial starting point of the expedition. The base is a secure area and doesn't take too kindly to people settling down or flying overhead for too long, and you will get a 400 credit fine and or be shot at if you hang around for too long. So if you want to avoid that, settle down around about 2.5 to 3 kilometers outside of the base's boundaries. You can see the precise coordinates on the screen now, and again they're also available in the video's description. At the departure times, which I'll mention in a minute, players will be leaving sharp at that time and entering into hyperspace to the first jump coordinates. Now, there are no specific coordinates along route, but you will need to set your destination for the fine ring system, where players will be able to meet up again at the first waypoint. Now, there are 2 departure times, one for UK players and another for US players. The UK departure time is 8 PM GMT or UTC, that's in-game time also, so it will be matching the in-game clock. For US players it is 2 AM UTC or GMT on the 15th of this month. Now that might get a little bit confusing because it will still be the 14th in the US, so that's either 6 PM on the west coast or 9 PM on the east coast on the 14th of this month. Which of course, as of this video, is tomorrow or maybe today, depending on when you're watching it. The event is going to be live streamed, and there'll be 2 different live streams, one for the UK departure and another for the US departure. For the UK, the stream will be made by Black Netto, and for the US it's Kate Gina. You can see a link to both their live streams in the video description here. It's also likely that Dr. Kai, one of the aforementioned organisers of this event, will also feature on both of those live streams. Dr. Kai has also recently released a video on the Distant Worlds expedition highlighting the scale of the overall journey, and I've put that in the video description as well. Do check it out, there's a lot of good information there. It's going to be very interesting to see how this entire expedition plays out. There's a lot of players involved, a massive fleet. It's unknown yet how many players will be able to keep up. I'm not even sure I'll be able to keep up on my own, and that's after having extensive exploration experience in this galaxy. It's an extremely long journey, but one that should be well worth it. There are many sites out there, a lot of places that people have just never seen before. There is, of course, a whole lot more information available for this expedition, as it's a very long and very involved journey. So do check out the threads that I've linked below, because you will find out the things I've talked about, as well as many other things as well. For now, that brings us to the end of this video, but I'll be back very shortly with another video on how to fit your ship and prepare for the Distant Worlds expedition. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time. I'll talk about the reasons why I've chosen the specific modules I've chosen, but will also give you some alternatives should you want them. As with everything in outfitting in Elite, there's a lot of pros and cons, so you're going to need to weigh up your options and decide what you want most out of this and what's going to best suit you. Up until now, I've never took weapons on exploration ships.